These are memorial bracelets of all of my friends. Steve DeLuzio and Tristan Southworth were killed in Afghanistan on the same day, and Steve actually died in my arms.
You probably can't tell by looking at him, but retired Staff Sergeant Wesley Black, 35 years old, is about to die himself.
I could be dead tomorrow. I could live another 6 months. No one knows. It really all just depends on how my body responds to the oral chemotherapy and just how much more I can squeeze out of the stone.
Wes has terminal colon cancer. After surviving combat deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan with the Vermont National Guard, receiving a Purple Heart, it's smoldering trash from massive burn pits on U.S. military bases, sometimes acres in size, that will kill him.
Soldiers tend to generate a lot of trash. Metals, plastics, electronics, medical waste, uniforms, anything and everything that can be burned was thrown into these, the trash dump, and then coated in diesel fuel and lit on fire.
In eastern Afghanistan, Black says the burn pit on the combat outpost where he served was located just 150 feet from the front gate.
If you were the poor sucker standing gate guard when that burn pit was lit and the wind was blowing it into the main gate, I mean, you would be standing in the smoke for upwards of 8 to 12 hours a day.
Just breathing it in.
Just breathing it in.
Just one of at least 230 burn pits used in Iraq and Afghanistan. According to a recent survey by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America, 86% of vets from the two wars report exposure to burn pits. Almost 9 in 10 of those think they have related symptoms.
I thought I was on easy street. I was ready to chase my wife and my son around.
He and his wife had just had a baby and bought a house. Wes was beginning a career as a firefighter in their quiet Vermont town. Now, after years of symptoms and a diagnosis from an outside oncologist that linked his cancer to burn pits, they're planning his funeral.
My wife and I had to go to the funeral home and do the arrangements.
As the post-9/11 wars come to an end in the coming months, burn pit exposure threatens to kill more veterans than combat did, and concerns about their plight extend all the way to the White House, where President Joe Biden, as a candidate, pointed to burn pits as the likely cause of his son Beau's death from cancer in 2015.
He volunteered. He joined the National Guard at age 32 because he thought he had an obligation to go. Because of his exposure to burn pits, in my view, I can't prove it yet, he came back with stage 4 glioblastoma.
President Obama signed the burn pit registry into law so veterans could document their exposure. More than 200,000 have signed up. President Trump signed a law that, in part, planned to phase out burn pits and require the Pentagon to pinpoint where they have been used so the information can be cross-referenced with sick vets. But the Department of Veterans Affairs has only approved about a fifth of related disability claims for a total of fewer than 3,000 vets. Comedian-turned-activist Jon Stewart is now urging Congress to protect more exposed veterans after helping sick 9/11 first responders secure compensation.
Defense contractors can't view the U.S. Congress as Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, while veterans are back there like Oliver with a bowl of gruel asking, "Please, sir, may I have some more?"
And he fights one day at a time for them.
I'm just a dumb Irish kid from Boston. All I know how to do is fight. And, cancer's gonna win. But it's gonna be one hell of a war of attrition.